Deskin, can we go ahead and start?
Please.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gusto de ver ello aquí.
I'm happy to see you all here.
Es una comunidad, se llama Yananyopo.
This is the community by the name of Ñanonyopo. I'm glad that God has opened the way for y'all to be here. In the community, we've already spoken about the Rabbit Project.
Aquí presento 4 familias.
Here we have 4 families here today that are very interested in working with Rotary Club in this project. We've spoken about this, but they haven't really understood what we're wanting to do. I've told them that you're going to come and explain the idea of the project to the people who are interested. So they're here not just to meet us, but also to hear the important explanation, the words about what we're wanting to do with them. In the corner we have an explanation for the projects we're working on. These are the goals that we're setting up, the vision and the mission statements for this community right here. So they're organizing themselves under his leadership. And we're hoping for support for these programs as well. What we want now is to hear what you have to say about this idea of moringa and rabbits.
So the first thing I want to let everyone know here, that my wife and I are permanent residents of Panama, which makes it possible for us to build relationships and to start slowly and build towards something significant. We helped a community in Africa that had 1,500 people. In that community, we owned a school, and we raised food on that school campus to feed the children of the school. So we had chicken, 150 chickens that laid eggs. We had tanks with fish in it. We had tilapia and catfish. We eventually put in a greenhouse, and we put in a deep water well with 2 10,000-liter tanks, and we made that water available to the community as well as the school. We started before COVID and started encouraging the community to grow their own food. We taught them to grow food on a raised platform because the general condition of the soil in that community was very poor. We had a program with rabbits, and we taught them how to raise rabbits. If they were involved in the rabbit program, they had to attend a community meeting once a month. And every time their rabbits would have babies, our director would analyze the litter, and he would choose one rabbit to come back to. Now, we had given them an enclosure. We gave the rabbits to the leaders in the community. We like to work a lot of times with women whose husbands have left them or are having a difficult time. And one of the benefits of rabbits is that the children can learn to take care of them. The children can go out and collect food, and they can make sure the rabbits have water, and they can collect the droppings from the rabbits, which can make very good fertilizer, along with the urine of the rabbits. So a rabbit is not a rodent. They are a very clean meat, and they have lots of protein. And in many countries, rabbit is considered gourmet food. It can be used to cook any dish you would cook chicken with. Now, chickens have the best rate of food to meat, but rabbits are very close to chicken. And it's much easier to breed rabbits for babies. 4 rabbits, 1 male and 3 females, can produce more protein in a year than 1 beef cattle, and many times more than 2 or 3. But if you kill a beef cattle, you have to preserve the meat, or you have too much meat for your family. With rabbits, like a chicken, you can kill one as you need it. It takes approximately 3 months or 12 weeks to take a rabbit from the moment it's born to the point that it can fill your belly. Now, if you want a rabbit to breed and to live a long life, then the female should be 5 to 8 months old, and before she should have babies. And the reason we combine our emphasis on rabbits with moringa is that moringa is the most nutritious plant on the planet. And in this area, It is easy to grow. And there are many techniques for cultivating moringa. But if you understand that moringa can be used as food for you or your family, it can make a very nice tea. Over 90% of the tree is edible. Even the tap root, if you were to pull the tree up, you could eat that root like yucca. Okay, so you have a tree growing in your backyard, and the leaves are edible. They can be dried and ground into a powder. You could add that powder to your tortillas. You could add that powder to your beans and rice. You could add that powder to your baked treats. And you can, if they make popcorn, they can put it on top of their popcorn or put it in a soup.
How much? How much are you talking about? Because it's pretty strong nutrition.
Well,
estamos hablando de cuánto de ese.
The goal would be
pilón.
to add 1 or 2 spoonfuls to their entire diet in a day. Their children will benefit, the women will benefit while they're pregnant and when they are nursing their babies, and it makes men strong like bulls. And the children can do most of the work. It doesn't take much room.
No necesita mucha área.
And it's very efficient. What we would like to do is start with Bernard and help him establish the anchor, and to give him a cage and enough rabbits that instead of eating or selling the rabbits, now that doesn't mean he should ignore his family, but what we're doing is we're raising the rabbits we're going to start giving to the community. And then the community who have rabbits in Moringa should come here once a month and learn and share their experiences and bring their baby rabbit who is at least 8 to 10 weeks old to give one back to Bernard. So if your rabbits have 6 rabbits, you bring the best one to Bernard and you keep the second best one for yourself, and then they raise the others until they're 12 weeks old, and they start to eat those. So each litter increases the number of breeding rabbits they have and increases the number of breeding rabbits the program has. And just remember the fact that they're in the program means that they received their first 3 or 4 rabbits free, and they received between 4 and 6 moringa trees free. This is not going to happen tomorrow or even next week.
Ni la semana próxima.
But we are working right now to build the foundation where we're at. In fact, next week we're planting 2,200 moringa plants. And in the last 2 weeks we've planted 200 moringa trees. But those 2,200 moringa plants will grow on our property approximately 3 or 4 months. And then we will put them in a planter bag. And in a couple of more months, they'll be ready for us to give away. So when we're ready, we will start to bring Bernard bags of moringa trees. We're building 6 pens for ourselves. And then when we have the funding, we will come and build one for Bernard. And I say Bernard, but it's for the community. I won't be coming to your house to build the cages. And I won't be coming to your house to feed your rabbit or to clean up the poop. That's your role. Everyone is expected to work so they can eat. But everybody in the world occasionally needs someone to care about them and to give them a little help to get started. So particularly the men who are here, I do not want to take your manhood away from you. My role is not to provide for your family. That's your role. And my role is not to save you. So I come in humility. I don't need to be seen by the entire community. Nobody needs to pat me on the back. I'm wonderful. But I can help a little, and I can challenge, I can help educate. But I believe, I've seen it before, in a community that have far less than yours, that I believe we can benefit your families. And when you buy a bag of food, particularly a food that you could grow yourself, you're trading a part of your life for that food. When a few pennies and a little bit of your time, instead of a little bag of food, you could have bags and bags of. And the wonderful thing about the moringa trees is you plant them once, and they're relatively easy to take care of. And they'll be there 10 years, 20 years from now. Your children can eat from them all their life. So it's not something you're digging in the dirt every year. That's why fruit trees and food trees are so powerful. But if you have fruit trees on your property, and you can make some of this fertilizer like you've learned to make, and you can feed those trees every week or 2 weeks, they'll produce far more food. They'll look so much better, and they'll be healthier. And the healthier they are, the less problem you'll have with insects. The insects attack the weak and the sick.
Y los enfermos.
So, but hopefully they understand. We want to help, but we're not Santa Claus. We can work as partners. Everyone who participates will benefit. And if you say, well, I don't like to eat rabbit, then you can take your rabbits and you can sell them and then take that money and buy what you like to eat. But it is an easy way to produce protein. You can sell the meat, you can sell the fur, or you can even sell the rabbits as mascots. The average rabbit that we are seeing sold in Bugaba,
Vendido en Bugaba ahora mismo,
was $8 to $16. So how much food would $10 buy? Because it would be very easy to start with 4 rabbits and wind up with 300 or 400 rabbits a year they could sell. So 100 times 8 is $800. So I don't know what $800 would mean to them, but I'm assuming it would be a blessing. I'm trying to help them think, because we started our program in Africa with 4 rabbits. We bought 6 more females, so we had 2 males and 8 females, and we wound up with hundreds of rabbits. We had 300 at one time. One of the classrooms was unfinished, and you'd walk in and there were 100 baby rabbits. And that was while we were giving rabbits away to the community. And with rabbits, you don't have to worry about breeding a mother to a son or a father to a daughter. But what you do want to do is only breed your best rabbits. So you look and you say, I want my rabbits to be bigger. I want them to look a certain way. So that's the Rabbit and Moringa program. Do they have any questions?
Y la otra pregunta, de los 4 conejos, 3 hembras y un macho, y 400 por año que va a producir.
If he's understanding right, with the 4 rabbits, I could produce 400 rabbits, 1 male and 3 females.
It has the potential of producing 300 to 400 rabbits.
300 a 400 en un año.
Un año.
Sí.
Ya está comprobado.
What's the
Been approved.
What?
Have you proven that? Is that really true?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't mean to be rude, but I think we probably need to scoot before it rains.